Assalamualaikum to Madam and my friends. We are from BA270 So today we are going to do a presentation for ECO415. Our topic is unemployment in Indonesia. My name is SUFFIYA binti AHMAD ZAHIMIN.
My name is NURUL AMIRA binti FARIDUL ANUAR.
And my name is NURUL binti TAHIRI.
And my name is NURUL ALYSSA binti Muhammad NAZRI. So firstly, I will talk about definition of unemployment in Indonesia. Unemployment is when an individual who is not employed and is seeking employment. On the other hand, we also know unemployment is a key indicator of the health of an economy. A low unemployment rate represents a strong economy, while a high unemployment rate represents a weak economy. Next, we are going to introduction of Indonesia. Firstly, Indonesia, officially the Republic of Indonesia, is the largest economic country in Southeast Asia and Oceania, between the India and Pacific Oceans. Next, with over 280 million people, Indonesia is the world's fourth most populous country and the most populous Muslim majority country. In the early 21st century, Indonesia was the most populous country in Southeast Asia and the fourth most populous country in the world.
So now I will explain about the unemployment rate and trend in Indonesia. So as for 2020, the unemployment rate is 7.07% and the number of unemployment is 9.77 million. And then as for 2021, the unemployment rate has decreasing to 0.04, which result 6.43%, and the number of unemployment is decreasing to 0.67 million, so it will become 9.1 million. Next, for 2022, the unemployment rate is 5.84%, which has decreased to about 0.59%. So as for number of unemployment has decreasing about 0.698 million, so the result is 0.402 million. Next, for 2023, the number of unemployment and unemployment rate is also decreasing for 0.54%, which becomes 5.30% unemployment rate, and for the number of unemployment is decreasing to 0.542 million, which becomes 7.86 million. And last but not least, for 2024, is also decreasing for the unemployment rate and number of unemployment. So the unemployment rate has decreased to about 0.39%, which become 4.91%, and for the number of unemployment is decreasing about 0.39 million, which becomes 7.447 million for the number of unemployment 2024.
The rate of unemployment in Indonesia has been decreased for several years. However, despite the small unemployment rate in Indonesia in the last 2024, the number of unemployed people reaches around 7.47% with a population of more than 280 million. This is because of issues facing the country itself. COVID-19 pandemic is the first issue. At the peak of the pandemic in 2020, around 2.5 million workers in Indonesia lost their jobs. Although the economy is recovering, many workers are still unable to return to their jobs or find new ones, especially in sectors such as tourism, hospitality, and retail. Companies in these sectors have seen a sharp drop in revenue, forcing them to reduce headcount or even close down. Despite impact of the pandemic is still being felt, especially for workers who have lost their jobs and do not have the skills to transition to other sectors. Second issue is the gap between skills and industry needs. Indonesia has around 40 million new workers every year, but unfortunately, many of them do not have skills that match the demand of the job market. According to data from the Ministry of Manpower, about 15% of the available workforce are high school graduates who lack technical or vocational skills. Meanwhile, key industries such as information technology, manufacturing, and services require workers with specialized skills such as coding, data management, and machine technicians. As a result, many graduates cannot be absorbed by the job market because their skills do not match what is needed. Lastly, the third issue is inconsistent economic growth. Indonesia's economic growth tends to be concentrated in big cities such as Jakarta, Surabaya, and Bandung, while other regions are still lagging behind. In contrast, provinces in eastern Indonesia such as Papua and East Nusa Tenggara have much higher unemployment rates. This uneven economic growth has led to disparities in the provision of employment. In less developed regions, employment opportunities are limited, and many residents end up migrating to big cities in search of jobs, which they often do not find.
Impact of unemployment in Indonesia. I will explain two effects. First is social instability. Unemployment usually happen among the young people. So when they don't have a money, it can make feel isolated, frustrated, and disillusioned. So it can make the crime rates increase among the populations. For the example, robbery, stretching, and murder to obtain money. Seen is the same area. Unemployment can also foster dissatisfaction with the government, contributing to political unrest. Second is reduced consumer spending, purchasing power of the population to decrease as they do not have money to buy essential, for example, foods or items. So this can increase unemployment leads to the increase in demand for goods and services. Unable to contribute to the country economic growth either in the survives in the market. So it can lead to the reduction in the national. Next is policies of development in Indonesia. Have more policies, but I will explain two policies. First is unemployment benefit for families as CKP. CKP is a social profession introduced in Indonesia to assist workers who lose their jobs and have to find a new job. The established in 2001 to provide financial and employment-related support to help individuals during the unemployment. CKP has the main feature. First is professional training. It can help job seekers stay competitive in the job market. So it can adjust the skills of unemployment workers so it can improve their own skills. Second is a cash benefit. Eligible workers receive a cash benefit for 6 months, and it can help to maintain individuals' livelihood while searching a new job. Third is the access to labor market information. Access to information about job vacancy. So all the information can tell to the who wants to find a new job. So it can help to find a new job for people. So GDP has eligibility criteria. First is Indonesian citizenship. Second is age requirements. So that's the under 54 years old and former employment. That's the best have a former job before losing their job. Second is unemployment protection in Indonesia, or quality assistance for workers employed by labor agency. ECO is the implemented from 2019 until 2020 to build the capacity of government agencies to design and win employment insurance. It can help prepare a more comprehensive, inclusive safety net for unemployed workers. So unique projects have more objectives. So I will explain two objectives. The first is supporting job seekers. So these two reinforce support mechanism for job seekers by developing systems that provide with financial assistance, skills training, and others. It can make them who wants to find a new job and improve their own skills. The second is strengthening social protection to enhance Indonesia's social protection system and offer safety net for workers who lose their job. So it can help one who wants to find a new job.
Thanks, Mira. So, I want to continue the last part, which is the conclusion to summarize unemployment problems in Indonesia. Based on the slides before, this problem comes from several causes, which is economic swings, long-term impact of COVID-19 pandemic, and also the mismatch between education and available jobs, especially among the youth. In general, Indonesia's economy has been unstable since 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which worsened the unemployment rates that pushing many individuals into informal and precarious work situations. Moving forward, the government expected to make serious efforts to expand employment opportunities and improving education and skills training to meet market demands. Moreover, encouraging entrepreneurship and assisting small and medium-sized firms can help to create jobs and diversify the economy. So, by tackling these issues comprehensively, Indonesia can pave the way for a more resilient and prosperous future for its workforce. So, that's all for our group presentation. Thank you.